Hey everybody, my name is Blake Cadwell. I am the co-founder at Soundly.com, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Jabra Enhance Select. Now, if you were to walk up to me on the street and I didn't know anything about you and you asked me, what's a good pair of hearing aids to get started? There's a good chance I'd recommend this product. And in this review, we're going to get into exactly why that is. So in order to understand Jabra Enhance Select as a product and as a service, it's important to understand a little bit of background on where this company came from. The company was founded in 2019 by a handful of startup entrepreneurs who saw an opportunity to bring hearing aids into the telehealth space. So that was the big idea. They thought, we can deliver hearing aids to your home, and then we'll use the power of the internet to program devices remotely. And by doing that, we can cut off a lot of the cost and bring down that national average cost, which is $4,500, down to something like $1,500 or $1,900. So they began this process and they used an underlying hearing aid from a company called GN, who also makes resound hearing aids. And that was the hearing aid that they put inside of their system. They worked really hard for a number of years, from 2019 all the way up to 2022. And at that time, the manufacturer that they had originally purchased their hearing aids from, GN, actually purchased the company. So now GN owned the company, which was formerly called Lively, and renamed it Jabra. And so Jabra Enhance Select was born. So let's talk a little bit about the product itself. Jabra Enhance Select has three different models, 50, 100, and 200. All of them come in a receiver in canal format. That means the hearing aid itself sits behind the ear, a wire comes up over the top of the ear, and a little speaker sits inside of the ear canal. You can see this device in my ear right now. That's what it looks like. This is similar to about 80% of the hearing aids on the market today. So very standard kind of format. The devices, two of the three of them, the levels 100 and 200, are rechargeable. They come with a nice recharge case. You can simply drop the hearing aids into that recharge case and they begin to recharge. It carries some charge with it. Of course, you plug it into the wall and give it some additional charge. So that's a nice feature of the 100 and the 200 levels. The 50 level uses a disposable battery, so it's a little bit of a different format. All three technology levels allow Bluetooth streaming, which means you can listen to music, you can listen to podcasts, you can connect using hands-free audio if you have an iPhone, which means you can both hear the audio coming in from a phone call, and also it will pick up the sound of your voice going out. If you have an Android, you'll need to keep your phone close to your mouth to pick up that outbound sound. So this is really a full-featured hearing aid. It has Bluetooth, rechargeability, it's a common form factor. But the main thing that sets Jabra Enhance Select apart is the way that it's delivered. So let's talk a little bit about that process. So the delivery method for Jabra Enhance Select really comes back to that original insight in 2019, which is we can ship these hearing aids to your home and then use the power of the internet to program them to your specific hearing loss without you ever leaving your home and our audiologist ever leaving their office. As a result, the idea was we could make the whole process a lot more efficient and cut out a lot of the costs. And it turns out that worked really well. Jabra's products start at about $1,100 and they go all the way up to about $1,995. That's still a lot less than the national average. So the way this all works is you put in an order over the phone or through the internet. We'll include some links below that you can go through. Jabra has their own hearing test that you can take on their site. We'll link to that as well. You can also send in a hearing test that you got at a local ENT or a local audiologist. Either way works fine. They program the devices in their office and then they ship them to your home. And then you'll use telehealth appointments, typically through video or phone, to make any further adjustments. All of Jabra's hearing aids come with 3 years of service, so you can call back or get return visits at any time via telehealth and continually kind of upgrade and improve your sound profile. You also get 100 days to return the product. I love this feature. You buy the product, you pay for it obviously up front, but if at any point during the first 100 days you don't feel satisfied with the performance, you send it back and you get 100% of your money back. It's a really unique offering in the market, and it's one of the reasons that I think this is one of the best hearing aids for folks who are just getting started. Once you have your hearing aids set up, you can make adjustments using the Jabra Enhance Select app. And within the app, there are a number of different controls. You can change the sound quality, bass, mids, treble. You can also change the volume, and you can change your programs. There are programs like speech focus and speech clarity. These will give you the ability to kind of fine tune your sound on the go. Now, it's important to note, these are not traditional OTC hearing aids in that you're programming them from scratch. The vast majority of folks who get Jabra Enhance Select use a professional on the other end through telehealth to create that base program. And what you're changing is really just optimizations. If you're interested in Jabra Enhance Select, there are a couple of things you'll want to consider. The first is technology level. As I mentioned, there are 3 different technology levels, 50, 100, and 200. The vast majority of customers go with 200 because it has rechargeable batteries and it has some more refined sound quality. The difference in price is a few $100s. If that difference makes a difference in your budget, you can always opt for the middle 100 version, or you can go all the way down to the budget version, which is around $1,200. Now, the second decision you'll need to make is whether you want to go with the self-fit or the telehealth fit option. Now, I strongly recommend that anyone watching this video go with the telehealth version of the hearing aid. You'll save a couple $100s if you go with the self-fit version, but you don't get any additional care and you won't get those refinements and the fine-tuning that a professional can provide through telehealth. One of the main reasons that I love and recommend this product is that it has 3 years of telehealth built in. And if you take that away, this suddenly becomes a completely different conversation, and this product becomes comparable to a lot of other over-the-counter products on the market. So where does Jabra Enhance Select stack up on the overall hearing market? I consider this to be one of the best value options available to consumers. At somewhere between $1,500 to $2,000, this is a lot less expensive than the premium hearing aids that you would find at a local clinic, but it uses a lot of the same underlying technology. On the other hand, it's not the cheapest product on the market that you might find for a few $100s as an over-the-counter option, but it does offer 3 years of care, it offers 100-day returns, and it gives you some of those premium assurances that you would find in the prescription market. So it kind of falls in the middle, and in terms of the folks that we've sent over to Jabra Enhance Select, or those that we know of, we find that people are really happy with this product. And of course, if they aren't, they have 100 days to send it back and get a full refund. So we think this is an amazing product, should be on pretty much everyone's shortlist to at least consider. We hope this video has been helpful. If you've tried Jabra Enhance Select or you have questions, we'd love to hear from you in the comments below. And we wish you the best in your research.